Hey guys, welcome back to the 4C experience. Basically, anyway, this video is about how I got this look, the Bantu knots.
So let's jump right into it. Today I didn't use anything to hold the Bantu knots down, but I did use some hairbands, curl and hold custard from Cream of Nature, a tangle teaser to obviously, detangle my hair, the tail end of a rat comb. So I start out by sectioning my hair into the size of the Bantu knots that I want, and I do this so that I don't have like messy lines as I'm going along doing every Bantu knot. So next I take the curl and hold custard, take just a little bit and apply it to the square area which I'm going to do the Bantu knot. I start off by finger detangling and then I will move on to my tangle teaser. I'm detangling because I want my Bantu knots to be as smooth as possible. When I unravel them, the curls will be looking good, and we want to make sure we're detangling from the ends to the root. So what I'm going to do is take my thumb and my index finger and kind of pinch the base of my hair or the root of my hair and begin to twist outwards. What you'll notice as you're twisting is the base kind of loosens. You don't want it to be taut because when you start to knot the hair, it will get very tight, so you don't want it to be too tight when you start out. So I leave the ends kind of free and untwisted. Use one hand to pinch the base so I can start like the base of the knot, and the hand that's holding the twist, I just begin to wrap it round while using the hand that was holding the base to kind of guide it. Then I put the ends underneath the knot so I kind of tuck them away and they're protected. So I thought I'd share what not to do, as quite early on I realised there are just some techniques that don't work. However, this is also my first time doing Bantu knots on my natural hair. I did it on my relaxed hair and it worked very successfully and it was a lot easier to do. However, on my natural hair, not so much. So there's kind of different techniques that I've used, some that I found that worked and some that didn't. So here I've twisted the hair halfway instead of all the way to the ends and started to knot the hair. As the knot became closer to the free hair, I would twist and knot at the same time. It was slightly difficult. As you can see, the shape of the knot is a different kind of knot. Not the look I was going for. Anyway, I thought I'd show you that. I did it again. This is a big bit of hair compared to the first two that I've done. And you will see that there's different sizes of knots on my head. But, we ain't watching that. We're in quarantine. Ain't nobody coming outside to see me. Or inside. I'm not going outside. I'm rambling. Anyway, it was a better attempt this time. So I'm going to do the rest of my head with the same technique I did the first and second time whilst watching my good old Rick and Morty.
1 hour later.
So as you can see, I've got different sizes and you can tell the knots that are bigger kind of look like buff Bantu knots. So if I do this style again, I will definitely be doing it slightly bigger, but not as big as that one in the middle of my head. And I'm using the same technique, which I find helps. Sometimes the twist does unravel, so a little tip that I have is to kind of pause and re-twist it with your finger, like twirl it around your finger to tighten it. Remember, you don't want the base of your hair to be too tight because you won't be able to sleep comfortably and you'll be getting headaches, plus it might even just pull out the roots of your hair. And voila, I finished. Personally, I really like it. I think it's really nice, except that big one in the back of my head. I don't know what happened and I couldn't be bothered to redo it.